What's up, Ethan? What up, James? Boris, what up, man? What up, Rex? Nah, man, it's always good morning. It's actually 10:30 and I'm dragging major butt today. Let me know if the music's too loud or not. Hey, what up, Jay? You can't hear any music. The show's just going. Let me turn it up, see if you can hear it. Bitcoin daily buy. Good old Zach. You're just too old, James. That's all. You just can't hear this good music. You want twist and shout and old people stuff. Bitcoin could be done. Not sure yet. We'll have to figure out today. I may do Bitcoin at the end. Right now I'm going to be doing our member charts, so this was from Pizza Man, and it looks like he's requesting Zillow. Uh-oh. Bitcoin alarm already. Damn. Moon may come soon. I'd like one more drop, but we'll see. Hopefully everything doesn't start mooning on me while I'm streaming. Because I did not get filled enough last night. Alright. So Pizza Man with Zillow. Looks like he's wanting WXY into a 4 here. And a 5th to complete the impulse around 250. All right, so let's see. First, I'm going to zoom out to the weekly. I'm just going to do the perfect bull. To me, that's been the best in this environment to kind of figure out where we're at. All right, so first main perfect pull for me would be here. You see the reaction here at the golden zone. So I like it. I like how it immediately from here got over the 236 here. Tagged it, right, came up, tagged it as support, popped over the 618, popped over the 1, tested it right there. Right, then went to this 1618 before having a bigger reaction, and now we're just kind of correcting, floating back. So $41.67, $59. All right, so we've fallen back under, hit the 50, and kind of holding there. We're on a daily chart with decent daily divergence. So I'd say we're close to some type of bottom here, for sure. Monthly level at 88.62. Yeah, very good support there so far. Retest into it. Glad to hear that, BB. Glad you're having a better day today. All right, so we did create a lower low, barely, on the line chart, the daily line, so that could have just been a sweep. And now we broke out on the daily, retested it. So I do like it here for a long. Your stop would have to be comfortably quite a ways away if you just wanted to forget about it, but I guess I could be looking for a tag on the 50 here. Right, get some news today from FOMC at 2 o'clock Central, and then maybe get a drop and pump out of it. So not quite over POC of this area yet. So definitely looking good. Let me take these off. When I had its other perfect pull, and this one kind of shows different perspective, right? I took it from here to here versus from there to there. Good golden zone tag there. But what's best is you've got the good reactions here at the 4618, consolidation around 3618, but now you've got tag at the 2618. So that could, holding this is for sure going to push us toward this. Gaining this, so what I'd be looking for here would be a hold here. That would be the 50, of course, of that. Hold there, push up, hold the 1618, or potentially come back to 106, the 0.75, but essentially start walking your way up, right? Get to 194, and then you've got this confluence area up here. And his target was 248. So I do like the confluence of these up here. It's not far off, so. All right, we got a shift pitchfork here. Nice confluence retest here. And there's some good confluence you'd like right there as well. Some are probably asking why I wouldn't do this, and you certainly can. Right, you may have good confluence here with the top, but with the way these react here, right, they're still showing too far down for me. I guess we could come here, 82, because it was at monthly level at 83, I think he had. No, he had it at 88. So this is a little low. To me, this fits a little bit better, right? Median, 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 COVID rejection, golden zone, immediately reject back up. Hold the pitchfork and continue to the outer edge. So Pizza Man, I don't have much to say besides I like it. You've got a pretty good risk to reward here. What is that, 19 to 1? Monte and the his owls. I don't dislike this at all, Pizza Man. I also just realized I skipped Grant with Roku, so we'll get that next. But anyway, Zillow. Right, looks like housing market. I'm assuming that's what this is, the housing, the app, the realtor app. So Zillow. Got some more upside to it for a little bit, and then big correction. If we're seeing this as a right, that would complete. Anywhere in that area right there, I'd be looking. I'm going to alarm that. Also going to alarm it here to when we get over that 1618. All right. So we've got Roku. It's got a cipher harmonic here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So completed the one with an expanded flat. I guess it looks like a running flat. That's dirty right there. Barely. 487 top, 490, and a nuke. It's almost like a crypto chart right there. So we're looking for a third of a third at a conservative $753. All right. Man, look at their earnings. They've like destroyed it every time. Except for that one. Oof. They got earnings November. And they've killed it. All right, so first perfect pull. I don't love this one yet. Yeah, James, I've got us just hit a median on Bitcoin. that crazy pitchfork I shared the other day. We just tagged it from the underside. I wish I could short. I mean, I can, but I have to stop everything I'm doing. Let me market smash on phone real quick. It's a good question, Brian. Giving away good alpha here and no one watches, but it's all good. Good divergence on the daily. Oh, baby. Roku is a steal right now, I think. All right, so if we got the Monte pull here, Tangerine, this playlist right there. So we got two algos here. Tag this one that we also swept 3 different times on the daily. Right, so you had a reaction, swept the lows, popped again, swept again, and now holding all 3 of these algos at the 0.25 deviation. We've tagged 4618. Retested here. So I'm really liking Roku here. We do have value area low a little lower, but with the daily divergence that's currently forming, I think the goal here is to push, right? Probably hit these 0 lines, come back, try to hold this, and push up to POC, come back, hold the 0 line again. I don't want to lose these algos, really. Pushing up to the 0 line and getting rejected to try to get back to value area low now has these as headaches. So what I'd be looking for is bottoming formation a bit like that. So because we have this as expanded B up here, I do my pulls like this, right? You've got the orthodox top with the Monte pull. You see the reactive algos from this side. They're still active over here. So the fact that we're now over this is a good sign for me to start looking for movement up. Third wave, fifth wave. One, two, three, four, five. Perfect for a C. Yeah, Devin, if you're a Trade Devils member, throw it in the vote analysis channel and I'll try to get to it. If you're not a member, you can do the $15 chart request and I'll do yours next. Anytime somebody donates, I do it instantly next. So I'll probably go for another, I've been going for 30 minutes, so at least an hour and a half. So Grant, that's a great looking chart, man. Grant has his entry 295. No, you got your stop 295. Entry's 319. So basically right here, right now, your stop is 295. That's good underneath value area low. First target is 390. I would, let's see. Guess you're just shooting for the 50. It's not a bad deal, but I've got this deviation here. I'd be shooting for round number 400. It's value area high as well of this range, but squeezing a few dollars out doesn't matter. All right, so that would be your first take profit that you've got. Matic. All right, all right. I'll get that next.
I'm gonna buy the fuck out of that.
Sam's telling you, buy the F out of it. Appreciate that, Devin. All right, all right. $588 was his next take profit. And that was based on the 236. Perfect again, right? We got 50 deviation between these two fibs. Mine is right at 579. You like that soundbite? That's one of Sam's Samisms, I call them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Freaking out on me. $578 is where I've got the 50 here, Grant. So that's where I would be targeting. And then your top target's 753. That's the 618. I've got my 618, 737. So all of your targets are quite in line with what I would search for on Monte analysis. So I like the confluence there. That's a good looking setup right there. Stop is close. You got 3.54 to 1, 12.45 to 1. Biggest is 20 to 1. So that would play really well. I might have to dig into the old E-Trade account for this one. I like that. Hey, Desi. All right. So I will do Matic next. March 21. What's the chart with the most history? There it is. Yeah, Tangerine, I do whatever our members request. First two were stocks, and the rest I think look like cryptos, but well, I don't like how Bitcoin just pushed to close the 4 hour. above the median. And this thing's got a nice engulfing candle. Not near long enough. Looks like it may be by the pullback time. All right, let me get back to this. We've got this chart, so I'll just work off this one. I've already done work on this, so. Yeah, so what a buy that would have been. So the 0.75 deviation of the perfect pull that I've got. 103. So goal is to gain 122 on the 4 hour. You gain that on the 4 hour, chances are the down is done. Where is the cowboy sounding guy? I guess you're talking about Sam. Today is Monte Wednesday, so it's funny you say cowboy though, because he's from California and I'm from Texas. Sam lives here, but I'm the true cowboy. So Monte pull hit a 50. That's pretty nice. I mean, all right, so this is a good tell here. Let me hide these so they don't get in the way. So this pull here, I call it the Monte pull, right? This was third wave down. The wick was exaggerated, but you can see where the bottom is. So that's why I pulled there. You can see we tagged it here, came up to the 0 line, swept the lows, regained the algo right here on this tag on the 4 hour, and moved up from there. So the objective now is to gain 1.183, $1.18. And then remember we had this lower time deviation that you want to gain this as well. You do not want to lose 107 again. What you want to see is just what you're seeing here, right? You made a little bit of consolidation here, but ideally when you get above here, you may reject the 122, but you want to hold the 118 and push above that way. All right, so looking at this, from this orthodox pull here, the orthodox Monte pull, we hit the 1-to-1, and now we're trying to hold this 618. You can always retrace a little bit, but you want to, on the 4 hour, anything under here, you want it to be a wick. Right, under here, anything a wick, because then you want your candle body to be above that for move up. On the bigger picture, there you go, you've got median right here underneath this as well. And that this was done off of the line chart, right? You can see a lot of these wicks are not in. I also didn't take this low here. But you can see it's quite active. All right, once we rejected it, consolidated, an ascending pattern, once we gained this level here, we instantly shot to the next one, shot to the next one, retraced, held the perfect pull, 1618, pushed above, median, consolidate around the median, and the perfect pull target of the 2618, and shot up. We held here, that was Bitcoin when it was at its bottom. We popped up, now we're coming back. So broke the golden zone on the way back up. Right, then held. Orthodox 50, assuming this was an expanded. So if this was just a right, we could be looking at that. So now you'd want an extremely strong move up to the upside if this is going to be a third. All right, you got the 1618, which would be a good target. So we've got a perfect pull target right in the heart of what would be projected for a third wave. So I would be watching for volume increase, right? A move out of here, get above those prices I talked about, 122. All right, decent POC tag there as well. Disregard the busy chart here. I'm just checking to see where Bitcoin is at. That short I smashed in did not work. Looking like $43.7. We have not retested this median, right? 43.7, 22. $43.5. So we're going to see what Bitcoin's made of here in a minute. All right. If you're in, Devin, did you get in, or are you looking for an entry? Or have you been in? In from 105. I mean, we're in a important place, right? Obviously, Bitcoin either holds here, we get another down, or Bitcoin retraces, gains speed, and nukes 40K, and then it drops down for the triangle idea. I mean, it tagged the median, and overnight has gained, consolidated, gained it, pushed above, and just, so things are looking decent. Obviously, look at all these percents. 23, 18, solid bounces. It was my anniversary last night, so I obviously did not get to buy. I had one shitcoin fill. But like I said, 118, we're above that now. 122 is where you might get the pullback. We might just pump stupid up, hit this pitch fan, or the speed fan, and then you'll get the bigger pullback. But I think great buy. And then of course you had the targets above 5, which is pretty nuts. Points of interest for you, right? If you're in and you want to either secure profit or figure out if we're going to get above it. Golden zone here, Monte zone here, and probably the most important part on the chart is $2. The Monte zone here with the Monte pull from the top, along with the 0.75 deviation. That's 0.25 deviation. You get above that, I think we push for the 0.5 deviation, which then of course lends to the upside because we create a new high. And I'm using this pull here because to me that's the orthodox top. This is the B, so I'm going to use this. Good median rejection here on the retest. 4-hour chart shows it gaining. Gain this one, gain and retested this one, gain and retested this one, have not retested here at 115. So I'll be alarming right there for potential add on mine. Matic's looking really good though. If Bitcoin dumps and nukes 40K, you do not want to be in under $1, right? Because you do not want to be in under this median. You want to see it gaining these levels and holding here, right? Consolidate here, push up, retest, push up again. Where we're wrong is a rejection here, under, and retest. Then you're looking further down, right? And eventually we get out to here, right? It doesn't have to come down 20 cents, of course, but we can go sideways and come to 50 cents. So it will just consolidate a lot more. So yeah, then you're good to go. Because I mean, this, assuming this daily candle continues to look like this, you've got a incredible engulfing daily here that a lot of times does not, you know, fake out and just dump. Right here was one right there, engulfing, and it never came back to retest down here. So goodbye, thanks for the donation. Look for, like I said, that 203 is a good level to get above. 560 was third wave target for this and a perfect pull, so it's a good area to scale out of some. All right, all right. Man, shitcoin's pumping. Atom up 17%. So y'all. All right, back to work. Okay, done Roku and Zillow, so now we've got Volcker with Qtum. So you're 3. Wow. $8. 3's up here at 65. I'm guessing impulse. Normal algo pull. All right, so 65. I've got some that teach Tangerine. I've got Perfect Pull and Monte Pull and other videos like that for educational members. I show them in here, but I don't explain in the free sessions. I'm using Poloniex here because I think it's the most data. Nope. All right. Looks like Binance has the most. Look at that tag right there. Yeah, I didn't see it on any others. Bitstamp. Poloniex was not this far back. It started over here, so. So 50 rejection here, and this is based off of this pull here. Monte zone rejection, COVID low. Golden zone rejection, but you got a higher low from here, so then it pushes again. Once you gain the Monte zone, reject the golden zone, hold the Monte zone, push up, and then retest from the other side. So that's looking really good. So now I would probably do the full pull. There you go. Right on the 50. If I added in 382, 236, You see we gained a 382 here, pushed up to the 236. Currently lost. So that's going to be a bit of a headache around 11. Yeah, so I'm using this low, right, because we created a new low on daily. Wick did not create, but you can see right there, candle bodies closed under. So to me, this is the low, not this. Golden zone rejection. $50 tag perfectly. So whether or not this is expanded B again, right? That's a really good tag. And now we're going to push and fight for, assuming we're in an uptrend, right, and Bitcoin's not going to shit on us. We're looking to retest this Monte zone, probably come back test 16 before pushing again. And I got to turn on the air conditioner. So Volcker had 65. Just based off of line chart, I've got 59, so that's a decent confluence. So with candles, I prefer this pull, right? So I pulled it down to the wick low. You can see how we tested the Monte zone, held golden zone right here on this retest, held the 50, and then a perfect 50 tag right there. So this one's not bad either, but that's 89 target. I would probably shoot for this. In 64 bucks, he's got 3 stopping it basically right there between 61 and 65.5. So that could be your 3. And then you have a big consolidation for a 4 and push higher. So She likes the music, huh? I don't want to say what I wanted to say, but you know what I'm thinking. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Tangerine. All right, so we got daily level here. You can see it's been resistance, support on line. All right, and then resistance. All right, then we lost it, rejected it, pushed away, consolidated under it. So I think that's going to be our important area. If you see this area right there, so if we can get above 1077, push back and retest it eventually, here's where you want to hold. All right, so if you're just looking at it that way, and we had what, 64? All right, once that pops above 1077 and retest it, your stop would be here. Solid 32 to 1. This is assuming Bitcoin's done with its shenanigans. I just drew some lines. Oh, the pitchfork? That's right here, the pitchfork. I just changed it to an inside with a Monte style pull, right? I've never seen anyone do this. Right, because if you use original settings, it's going to look like that and doesn't show you much. But I do some wacky things that I've seen work over the course of my career. What up, Eric? Right, most are going to pull a pitchfork like this. Right, they use the bottom, they use a wick, they use the very low, which works. Right, but this is how they're going to do it. Still worked well. Right, showed you if this is an expanded B here, it showed you the exact rejection and the top here. So if we're going to get up to 60s, we got to get back in this up here. If we just continue to go sideways here, probably more likely that we're going to go down. Then you would have to relabel this to be some three-wave move to downside. That's corrective. This one isn't bad though. If you use these together, you'll probably be able to see why we ping-ponged in these levels, right? right? Nuked all the way down to this level, popped up, rejected this one, hit the median, lost the median, fell down. So right now we're just retesting. But I've got a bullish sentiment, I guess, to the market in the longer term. So that's why I look to the upside. Until we lose this here, to me, these are just 1-2s before further upside. They're not a B looking for a C that could be way, way down here. Momentum is definitely pointed down. Three days crossed daily, so monthly is still up but turning over. So obviously not in the clear. But when you see it set up, you take it, right? And that setup was here, pretty close to invalidation. If you're a bear, you would want to probably short retest of this monthly order block with a stop above this high there, and I guess we could just shoot for yearly open. Right? That would be if you're a bear and you think we're not going higher. You think the market's going to turn over. This would probably be your best play. But I don't like to short crypto. I've been in since 2013, so for me, mostly it's gone up. But again, most important level for me is to gain 1077 area for this. I'm reading your note here, Volcker. I added your pull, so I guess that's what the M pull, so Monte pull. Can you please go into detail on how you use the pull for setting stop loss and targeting? My level of understanding of your technique feels a bit like a dog chasing a car. I caught it. Now what do I do with it? All right. It's a funny reference there. So first, it's pretty tough, I guess, because I use a bunch of different things to decide my stop loss, right? I use levels, I use price action, order blocks, hashtag Stratus. You went there, didn't you? So let me look at your chart again. All right, so if you're trying to get in here on the ABC, on the daily, right, so your thought was one, two, three, 4, 5, right? Yeah, then you had A, B, C. So I guess a triangle B. Like I showed earlier, I'm definitely different in the sense that almost everyone has this as the low. I personally think this is the low, right? Simply because line chart. This happened on almost every coin. Was they swept the low slowly, right? That's why price slowly came down, then reversed out. Was they purposely closed a daily line, the candle, under the previous level. So you would see this as a deep 2. I see this as the low, right? So this would not be, for me, it wouldn't be this. That creates problems in the sense, though, that if this is the one, is this the one? Is this the one? Is it only... Obviously, I don't like this. Right? Huge A, tiny BC. Yeah, just I use them as confluence. I use them as levels to hold, right, on the daily chart. I think everyone is using this, right? There you got 1, 2. Oh, look, we got a 3. Oh, look, impulse right here. I think that's just to screw with people, right? Because they see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whereas currently, I just see a 1. Right? I mean, if that's just on the daily, obviously I'm not measuring anything. Right, so that would change things a lot. But this is also why I don't really use Elliott Wave in my analysis. Right, because what I do breaks so many Elliott Wave rules. But likewise with Elliott Wave, right? They're using this 1, 2, but then you change it to line chart, and now technically if you chart online, you can't call this a 2, right? Because you can't break this low. So that's where my analysis comes in, is that's so much different. To me, this was purposeful. This slow move down, this was engineered to do exactly what it's doing. Screwing with people to say this was a 1, 2. When really, to me, this is the start of the move, right? Because that doesn't look... If you're looking at this right here, you see that, right? Yeah, and some coins did create the low. So are you going to have some coins that create a new low, but then, you know, their charts are on a completely different cycle? Maybe, but I think this was engineered to do exactly what it's doing. So yes, either this is an X, but X needs to get a lot higher in my mind. And a lot of time, X's just do this, right? They never pull back, and you're just like, what? Okay, so that's a huge impulse, right? Because it's just straight up. So obviously that has to be impulsive. So we're in for some fun. I think we're in for up regardless of what this is. Whether or not this turns out to be just a three-way move that gets back up to here, then then we come down here to our levels below, and that's completely possible. But to answer your question, yes, I just used the Monte pulls for confluence. I use them for levels to hold. I use them to add in the deviations. Right, so here I used multiple things. I used value area low, I used the 50. I want my trigger, I guess, is to break above this 1077 and retest it, and then hold this area. I use line chart a lot to verify what I'm thinking. I always try to tell people that are using Elliott Wave and they're confused. If you can chart it on candle body, turn it on line, and get the same count, then you're good to go. If it changes, then maybe it's not the right one. And that's what this does. It screws up a lot of people. I'm going to alarm this though. So, all right. I think I've got an hour before I got to watch my kid because wife's got to leave. So let me continue on here. I've got Hybe Boy with Dydx. You would give me a coin that's, what, 11 days old? 13 days old? Okay. No context, you just want me to chart it, huh? All right. September 8th, 11 o'clock. So this was first. So I like this move. So we've got the move up, retrace back, hit the golden zone, big bounce. So what happened here was, right, people FOMO'd in A, B, C. A lot of people went in heavy here at golden zone, and they came back and swept for liquidity and instantly shot it back up, right? So if people got in, saw a 15% move to the upside, a lot of retail traders move their stop, right? Because now they think, oh, what a great move, right? ABC into the golden zone, I'm safe, I'm going to protect my money now. They put their stop right here and they get stopped out for loss, and instantly it goes up, right? And that was the liquidity to make this go up. Hit target. So now question is whether or not we're going to hold value area high, right, and not, get second target, first target, right? If we're just going to get second target here, then come back, right? Because then we're going to have a higher, we can stop at the 236, or what could happen is it goes for third target. We have to put our pull way up here, right? And then you can come back to a 50 right here, which is all of this structure that we broke out of. So it would look more like this, right? And so then the people that got stopped out here, people that were looking for a deep retrace, never got it. Now it comes to a 50 and you're forced to come in here. And then you don't want to lose value very high on a high time frame. So what you could do is just come down with the wick, right? Hit the 50, hold that, and all you would have was a wick, and a candle body would hold value area high. And that's what you'd want to see for the next move up. I say all this and, it could shit itself where it's just a ABC up here and then we get a new move because we don't have enough. I don't have enough history. So I can't build a full plan on it in a sense because I just don't have enough history. Right, we swept the low there as well. Right, so on the daily, this looks like, what are you doing? Makes no sense. Then when you zoom out, start to make a bit more sense, right? Golden zone hold. Golden zone pop up, hit the 50. Now you're above this algo. So you want to see this hold basically 1388 now. Anything under that to me would be a buy in the hopes that this is now going to push to the next series. But that's about all I can say for now, because I don't have a ton of information. So far, if you use this pull, all we've gotten is basically one tag of target, came back to the golden zone. Now we're working our way up. What I'd want to see for a full, basically bullish look is gain 16, retest it, push for this, consolidate, head for that target. But we're not there yet, so. All right. We won't go with Atom. So you got that as a 3, 4. Put the target at 60s. It's a lot of targets in there. Alright, so here's my Atom chart. I use the wicks here. Just based on how it reacted. Oh, hang on, I haven't switched back. Whoops. All right, here we go. So I use this perfect pull. Right there. Give it hell, Rex. Give it hell. So you can see how we held the 618 was support and resistance, just volatile moves, but held 236, held the 0 line as well, and that's what kept the bullish momentum going. Tested -1. Now you want to see it hold 1618, right? What you'd want to see here is a fake out, right? So it faked out below, probably got everyone really bearish, stopped a lot of people out, and now it's gaining it again. So what you'd want to see is a push up and hold here, and then that would lend to push itself to the next. right? Doesn't mean it has to get all the way there. That's why I have the deviations. You can use the deviations on lower time frames, so like 15-minute, you can use it. But for me, the best is 4 hour, just to see, so basically here, what I would, based off price action, because we closed this candle above, right? So if you look here, 2 hours, 48 minutes left in this candle. Well, when this candle closed, it was above. So any retracement under this deviation to me would be a buy as a scalp, because in the next 4 hour candle, I want to close above this again, right? Retest it. And that's why now it looks like what happened was we got above, came back and retested it. Now, if this holds, you're pushing for the next higher. So 4 hour, here's a 4 hour order block, right? Because that linked to the move down. That's where the point of breakdown was, right there. So if I was scalping this, what I would have done is see this close above, go down to the lower time frame. Closed above here, right? This was the close of the 4 hour. This is a 50-minute chart, so in 30 minutes after it dumped down, you could have then bought that with the target of that order block because it missed it. And now obviously you've seen a reaction because of it. It's not a big win, but I mean, 4 or 5%, that could make your day. All right, if you buy 500 Atom on the the pullback, and then even still here, you see the 50-minute hold and retest, and then take off, right? You can even load up down here, add here with the stop now at the low. So you could have had 500 to 1,000 Atom. And now let's say your entry's just right here. Sell here, well, there's, $3,000-4,000, potentially more, just depending on the size that you used. So, well, Wonka, you've got us in a 3-4. So now, on your chart, though, you've got us creating a new low under this. So is this just your A? I mean, I could see it, I guess. All right, there's a perfect tag right there. And you've got confluence here. Has a headache. All right, you've got the 0.25 deviation and the golden zone of the Monte pool. So if this is your thought, we're going to get a, bigger reaction from Bitcoin. Are we going to come down here to 25? Is this just a 1-2? And we're going to get a much bigger move? I don't know. All depends on what happens here. If this rejects hard here, then maybe so. Maybe we get to see, maybe we get the bigger move. If we come here and we fight, and we keep pushing and doing, you know, consolidating, then I think we push higher. You didn't like it crossing 32 bucks. Creates overlap. I guess you're talking about over here. You're saying 32. I'm not sure. State of the market right now is big limbo in my mind. Bulls could be right and we're about to just rock it. Bears could be right and we're about to just nuke. Right, because on the high time frame of this, all right, how many times have we seen something like this, right? We come up, up, down, sweep. And I mean, there's no way to know. The fact that it's held a weekly up here with these candles lends me to believe up. But if this weekly here closes down here, and we've got an engulfing weekly, right, and then monthly, which we've got 8 days left, closes back underneath this, then all you had was a sweep of the high, and you close back under a perfect pull. So this week is very important. Oh, you're talking about here. Yeah, but what if that's just a B, right? A, B, C. Then you technically didn't until you cross 27.5. To me, this is just for fuckery to mess with you. Right, everyone thinks, oh, third wave, 4. Here we go. Everyone got leverage traders got screwed. Oh, again, oh, all we do is hit the perfect pull, reject even harder. So was this just A, B, C? Now we're starting the bigger move up? Maybe. And I'm one to be more here. You start playing in this price range, then we've got problems. So I mean, if you're on the macro, right, you're swing trading, and you're just saying, I think this is going higher. I want to play till $75. I want to play to 176. 50% of this, 120. Then what you would look for is a daily close, right? So line chart would have to close under this level. Then your SOL. A highly leveraged market like this, I don't look at small wicks, right? So that would be my first trade right there. Maybe this, but I wouldn't take profit here. I would just watch to see if it gets rejected, especially if I'm in from 31. Yeah, so I mean, spot for me is just get in, wait for daily closes, right? Leverage is where I get a bit more picky with what I do. So again, daily close under 25. So I mean, it could really be closer than that, but just I've got it down here for now. Bought in at 8. Well, then you're Gucci. Sipping Russian vodka, chilling. For you, there's no problem until you lose 1841. All right, if you're in from 8. That's where I'd be looking to be like, I'm wrong and I want out. We've already tagged it really, but still. All right. Well, Wonka, I think if we're able to get up for that B, right? So the good thing about this is that confluence here breaks this algo already, and I think it will get there based on how great this move was from here. Ideally, I think I would watch for this and a potential running flat if this isn't done, right? So to hold 31 area before the bigger move. It could even, right, push higher, which would lend to the running flat thought to hold this perfect pull. No, you can message me when I get done streaming and I'll send you the links to the Vimeo for me. You don't have to be in. My stuff's not even in the belt, so All right. Zafar with Neo. All right, so an expanding leading diagonal. And it looks good here. Typically those get deep. So you've got a 2, 3 looking for a median. $1,400, that would be nice. All right, so Bitfinex, yeah. This is one, unfortunately I was not in this, but certainly remember when it was Ant shares, right? And it swapped to Neo, and it was the Chinese Ethereum, right? And it went from 6 cents to 200. Absolutely nuts. I want one of these alt seasons again. Right, 267,500%. Insane. I've never done a perfect pull for this, so this will be fun. All right, that's it right there. Look at this. So perfect pull here. I'm on the 3-day now after doing it on the daily, but here I'm gonna go to the daily. So the first tell was this right here, right? Up, throw back to the golden zone, and straight rip. You get to the 0 line, hold it, pull back, but then algo, consolidation, ascending into the algo, nuke straight through it, reject straight through it, And here's where it starts to look good, right? Retracements is where I want perfect pulls to hold. All right, we'll see you, Rex. You're welcome for wilding her out. All right, so a pullback here right into 1618. This, of course, I mean, I don't think you would have resting orders down here, but you can see it hit and stopped everyone out. Fat finger. But then it moved up. 2618 moved above. Tapped it, lost it. Regained it, tapped it. Ultimately, this was the signs of distribution. And the moment you lost this on the daily was where you'd want to short or say get out, right? Because this was a fake out. It did get under, but the next day it instantly got back above, right? So that's your bear trap. Here is when you've got 2 consecutive days closed underneath it. That's your confirmation of, uh-oh, we got problems. Right, then it came back, retested it all the way down here. So 94 to 13. Ultimately, we kept going all the way down to, geez, $5. And there you go. COVID drop, tagged, -1. Straight move up, 1618. So, great lesson on the perfect pull there. Now it's time to see where are we.
Kid's long gone. This old man is all that's left.
All right, so we got a Monte pull 50 tag, but we front ran the deviation, the 50 deviation. So I don't know. We could be done, right? Because we hit the 50. But these deviations have been pretty spot on everywhere else. So we'd have to have some ending diagonal here where we're popping up, and it's going to create some I mean, that's the only choice we've got at this point, because we only need to get it a little bit. My fear is if we pop here, right, and come all the way back, then that's going to break these. Right, because the target for that would be here, so, which I guess is still okay, but then we broke the 50 deviation, which we can certainly do, but my ideal play would be to fall hard, get everyone scared, sweep the lows, gain this level, and go up, right? Then you consolidate. You don't give them, once you sweep, you don't give them the option to get back in quickly, right? This is an instant, kind of like this one was. But this was 8 hours underneath this level. You want a 5-minute wick and then take off. Let me keep going because I'm running out of time. All right. So Zafar, my first level on the perfect pull is 669. So I know your third went over 1,000, which it certainly could. All right, that's where we just use the deviations here. Hang on just a sec, guys. All right, so wife is leaving now, so I gotta watch the kid, but he's asleep, so let me get the camera up of him. If he starts yelling though, I am gonna have to cut it off instantly. All right, so I'll do as much as I can. Those that I don't get done, I will chart and tag y'all in a server, but all right, Devin, we'll see you. Good luck with Matic.
Last century.
All right, so this is just going to take off. All right, so that's close to where yours was. 0.25 of the deviation between the 3618 and 4618. If we move down, I want it to be quick underneath that 50, right? Golden zone or Monte zone. Get out of it. And get out. So that's what I'd be looking for. If it doesn't, and it's already done, what you'd be looking for is something like this where it gains and holds 45. All right, I'm gonna keep moving. So Zafar Ethereum, when I click your Ethereum link, I get this. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on. XLM. Looks like light changed your chart. So I'm just going to go off of this one here, XLM. I am going to chart against the USD though. You said that was okay. So I'm going to do STR though. Right, because STR was stellar lumens before XLM. I'm gonna use this one, even though I don't love it because it's the calculated by trading view. And these wicks can be crazy, but All right, so we rejected the 50 of the deviation here. Did not make it even to the golden zone, but we were rejected by, what is that, 125. Oh crap, I've not been showing. That's what I get for changing screens. All right, so all right, so here was my pull. Added in the deviations. We're kind of in no man's land. Front ran here. Not over this one again, but you can see we fell from it perfectly on the 4 hour. We lost it, retested it, and fell. So to me, it doesn't look like it's done yet. Kind of the same thing I saw with Neo. Move down quick here, and I want out. If not, we're trading inside value area high, which would lend to the notion that we're going to continue down. And we do have an algo basically on top of deviation down here at 14. So it's almost a sit and wait to see if we create that new low, right? And we get a move here with a move off. right? So maybe reject the median and that deviation, come down to the outer parallel, test the median here and get out, or reject, drop that level, and then we continue heading down. Sit and wait. Light, you did ask about pitchforks. Wow. That doesn't bode well for upside. Because we'd have to break out of this for the bullish targets. If not, we just head down to a median. And at that point, we would break this. You can see when we moved down, we already lost this. Wow. All right. There's some confluence for you. That's building some decent confluence for hitting its head right there and moving. I mean, ideal time frame would be this, right? Hit all these together over here to create the bigger move up to push back toward this median that had already tagged perfectly right there. sit and wait for now, in my opinion. There's nothing here that I'd risk my money on. Sit and wait and see what we get. All right, quickly. Looking for Ethereum 4 to move up. Good Lord. Is that legit $9 million? I'm rich, bitch. I would encourage you to use index. Right, it's got all the history. This is kind of like the BLX chart for, there's only 2 coins that have it, right? So you've got, well, actually they got more now, but Bitcoin, Ethereum for all-time history. It's kind of like XBT, or not XBT, the BLX, that one, Brave New Coin. But Brave New Coin, you can't go down below the daily time frame. This one you can. Nice, they've added a lot of things. So here's my perfect pull based off this chart. So I've got wolf range in here as well, but I'll turn that off for now. All right. This one has been on point. All right, so here's your 50, here's your 0.75. We deviated above it, but ultimately rejected it. And I'm looking for a retest, just based off this chart alone, 2482. If you got any big zones in there, 3 months, 6 month, monthly order block. Excuse me. So my target for whatever this would be right there. 2618. I haven't even drawn deviation yet for the higher numbers, but well, what was that? Uh-oh. There it is. Talked about that before the stream. 43,726. I did not set an order. Damn it, damn it, damn it. You have to lose this though. Stop 43. 740. Oh, there you go. Fuck, we are gonna moon. Wow. That was expensive. Tried to short that real quick. That was quick, $800. So now set an alert for this until we lose that. No shorties. All right. Well, I guess the Fed leaving rates unchanged, so therefore Bitcoin popped. Bullish news. Everyone's afraid they were going to raise them. Oh. Here's my target though. Bitcoin is pushing. All right, so we'll have to look for some retraces back on this. Looks like my son is waking up, so VB ERG, I want to get to you in the server, and Rex, I'm going to get Filecoin to you. So yeah, there he is yelling. So sorry, I got to end it. I went longer than normal, but that's a good thing, right? Thanks for sticking with me, and we'll see y'all next time. I will tag y'all in the server. All right?